Hey, welcome back, guys. Raising Kanan's 6th episode was a step up from the monotonous tone lingering from the previous 5. We were shown Rock's developing chess game with Unique, the latter of which is in the lead, by the way. Lulu struggles with this position in music and Kanan's descent into the dark side. I'm here to break it all down in typical Top 10 WTF fashion. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification to immediately receive these videos. Also, big thank you to all of my channel donors. If you'd like to be the next one, drop $1 on that Cash App for us. And lastly, a spoiler alert is now in effect for all things Power. Here we go. WTF moment number 10, a useful parlay. Rock conducts a forum with her crew in resilience to the Italian onslaught. After the meeting, Warrell informs her that Neek has a solution to her problems with the Basellis. Rock then pulls up on Neek in hopes of bridging the gap without losing any soldiers, unaware of the full nature of his scheme, though skeptical nonetheless. WTF moment number 9, the fix. Neek holds up his end of the bargain and attends the meeting with Rock and Baselli. The two opposing parties agree to settle their territory differences under the condition that Unique be at the head of the Jersey operation, something that blindsides Rock completely. Through gritted teeth, she begrudgingly agrees to the arrangement, understanding she's been bested by her former enemy turned ally. WTF moment number 8, perpetrating Freddy. Rock instructs her henchmen to bring Kanan into the fold by having him make a brown paper bag run from headquarters. During the transport, Kanan and Famous are approached by a rival neighborhood set led by a fool named Freddy, who mercilessly robs the pair at gunpoint. A fearless Kanan, however, sets his sight on revenge, having been tested in street school for the final time. WTF moment number 7, a helping hand. Cartier puts Rock on the money laundering game via his artistic endeavors. During the lesson, he's interrupted by an art dealer in seek of help in moving some supplies. Cartier furiously slaps him for the violation, much to Rock's open delight. This scene was by far the most hilarious in the season to this point, but was also revealing to Cartier's character and potential hurdle to anyone standing in his way. Be careful, Lou. WTF moment number 6, the heat in the kitchen. Kanan searches for a knife in the aftermath of the robbery, enlisting Corinne to assist him in the endeavor. After several rebuttals, her mysterious mother Palomar intervenes and one-ups Kay's request by providing him with a gun. The alluring matriarch then affectionately blesses him with a peck on the cheek and well wishes on his journey into the metaphorical kitchen. Don't hurt him, Palomar. WTF moment number 5, the birth of Kanan the Ruthless. After acquiring the right tools from Palomar, Kanan pulls up on Freddy's crib and retrieves his stolen money. Then, he denies Freddy's plea for mercy and violently repays the transgression against his ego by giving him a plethora of that work. This moment was a definitive one in Kanan's development, as we witnessed him handing out this form of retribution multiple times in the original Power series, and in this scene resides the origins for that brand of street justice. WTF moment number 4, jammed up. Immediately following the robbery, Kanan and Famous are chased by the police. Kanan successfully evades the lawmen, but Famous isn't so lucky, falling like an 80s teenager in a horror flick and being subsequently hauled in. WTF moment number 3, a visit from the past. Rock addresses her older brother for his violent attack on Jukebox from last season, threatening his life if it occurs again. Then, Marvin pays his old flame a visit and reopens old wounds in the confrontation, calling Kenya on her past sins and abandonment of their family. He then asserts that she should, quote, stay gone. Luckily for Kenya, Marvin has been attending anger management sessions because this meeting would have gone all the way left if she was dealing with the Marvin of old. WTF moment number 2, free the guys. After refusal from Rock, Kanan enlists Howard to free Famous and recover his money in the process. Then, Howard gives Kanan further proof of the answers he seeks, likely a copy of the DNA test proving his parentage of him. Interestingly enough, the two are seen by the main crackhead who actually witnessed Kanan shooting Howard, and Burke, who's currently investigating the truth of that shooting and already suspects Howard for not being forthright. The showing of those two in particular could mean that Burke will gain more information from the crackhead in exchange for his release, which won't end well for either, all things considered. And WTF moment number 1, a king without a crown. Lou confronts Crown following Rock's revelation that his partner wants him out of the music business, the only thing that Lou truly loves. Crown affirms the rumor and piles on to Lou's mounting insecurities by diminishing his ego in favor of his own. Hurt for the final time, Lou gives Crown the old Street Fighter how you get and then strangles him to death. Even worse, the murder is seen by Zisa, who surprisingly is unmoved by the sight and instead offers to help him in the cover-up. The killing by strangulation was a sign of just how personal things had become for Lou, even in the face of business shortcomings. Though Crown is gone, their business isn't over. You can bet that. Some lingering thoughts before we end today's video. The title of this episode was, It's a Business, Man, and there's several underlying meanings behind the theme. Rock is forced to swallow plenty of pride in the name of business over emotion. Marvin is clandestinely piecing together some murderous business that spawned from a personal transgression against him last season, and Lulu was shown the ugly face of business and fell to his personal leanings in the episode's conclusion. Rock said that, quote, "If you don't think big, you're gonna stay small." This sentiment would later be echoed by an incarcerated Kanan to his son Sean when addressing his declaration that he was only Ghost Driver. Kanan wisely rebutted with, "As long as you see yourself as that, that's all you'll ever be." It's a subtle callback, but one that offers us further insight into Kanan's hustler spirit derived from his mother's. Cartier once said that, quote, "If you can fulfill a need, you'll always be necessary." Crown apparently took this phrase to heart, as his many transgressions against Lou were done in the spirit of arrogance and overestimation of his own importance. Lou finally showed him that there's an hourglass on treachery, and Crown's last grain of sand was out of there. Earlier this season, Marvin discovered Tony's whereabouts in Westchester, something he confirmed in episode 205. This episode, he made a brief connection with Marco, who told him that he's also based in Westchester. Y'all see where this is going, right? Well, if not, I'll be breaking it down further in the next one, so stay tuned. I wonder how long Juke will be able to keep up this charade in order to maintain her mother's approval. She seemed very discontent trying on those clothes, as well as running into her old boosting crew on the streets. She's hiding her true self from her mother, and once it's revealed, their newfound relationship may never be the same. And lastly, Lou's murder of Crown was really a crime of passion in hindsight. He was battling multiple internal insecurities, and everyone was pouring gas on those flames throughout the episode and season at large. It was inevitable that that fire eventually flowed from his soul to his body, and Crown's neck apparently. Zisa seeing it presents a potential problem for a man trying to get out of the game, but she just may be the ride or die woman he needs, like Cartier is the underworld mogul that Rock needs. One hand does indeed wash the other, and in Lou's case, it must. And that'll do it for this one. What were your thoughts on Raising Kanan's 6th episode? Be sure to drop me your opinions in the comments below. As always, I thank you for watching today's video. If you liked today's video, go ahead and drop $1 on that Cash App for us, hit the like button, share it with your friends who are Power fans, and subscribe for more content such as this. This is Rudy P. Magic of Rudy P. Magic Beats, and have a blessed one until the next one. Peace, y'all.